creating the videos, yeah.
Yeah, it's just bad. It is crazy, you know what I mean? But I do think there is something coming up because I think she's doing this for a reason, to cover her own back, because she's got a threat of a story coming out about her, and she's trying to cover her own back by doing AI videos, because a video is going to come out about her and she's going to pretend to everybody that it's AI. That's what I think. But you know me, I'm always conspiracies, aren't I?
No, I actually heard a few people saying that themselves earlier. I was a bit muggled, but they were saying that. But there's only so much you can, I don't know. Is if you can't, you just think she can't get any lower than this, and then bang, she actually goes way lower. And it's like, wow.
You know, why pick on Angie? Why would it have to be Angie?
I don't know, because you haven't been going back at her, have you, Angie?
Well, you know what? You've got to go back to that, also that video that I've got here. Do you remember when she said she wants to affect my mental health and things?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, she was telling other people to do it, to be fair, but, that's what she's like.
But you know what? If you think back on that, Angie, just straight after that, remember she pretended to be nice and she was doing this campaign about domestic violence. Remember? Because this is where it kind of all started. With her live, she was telling every single body in her live to put evil in front of their names. And then straight after that, it came out then about the young boy. Remember the young boy and the arguments? You know what I mean? It was very, very strange how it all came out together. And she had so many people put evil into the names. And then, when she was getting all the evidence shared, she would not share it herself. She'd get anyone with evil in the names to share the videos. So nothing.
I'm just gonna lay down, guys. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep.
Yeah. Am I boring you?
No. I'm just saying I do apologise if I'm yawning. It's just I'm a bit tired. It's not because you're boring.
No. No, because you know me, Angie, I just yap.
No, I don't mean it in that way. Sorry.
Yeah. No
I'm just saying
problem.
that, I didn't really sleep. But that's my back, man. I woke up and I was like, ugh. But I think, you know what, we should discuss it at 12 o'clock as well as now, don't get me wrong, as well, because I want to play the videos of people, of the support I got. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Frankie video. Yeah, I suppose no one else put a video. Did anyone put a video out? I want to play Charming Car. What's her name? That woman? Oh God, what's that lady's name that's got EQ in her bio?
Yeah.
Charming Villain, is it?
Yeah, not Charming Villain, but I know the one. She's got the funny face.
Yeah, is that where she's got the cartoon character face?
Yeah, the one that's always bigging EQ up.
Yeah, but she still was today. She wasn't for you today. She was still for EQ. She didn't go against you, but she didn't go against EQ either. She did say that, the focus was more so on CLA.
Yeah, but I think with what she said was very vague. You know what I mean? I think she should have had her true opinion on it.
Yeah.
And for her to say, I'm. What does she say now? I'm for people that don't do this, don't do that. I'm here. I'm for the good people and things. Ugh.
Yeah.
I can't remember what she said now, but it was kind of like you're not taking sides or anything. Do you know what I mean? But she's got to forget what I've said, yeah, in the past. Because yes, I've said things, done things, absolutely. She needs to remember it's women that have been attacked, not just me.
Mm-hmm.
Have gone through that, have been attacked, and that.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to keep saying, guys. It's not just what she said about me. It's all women.
Yeah. That's true. And all women, get abortions for reasons, they don't go up there, skipping up to the abortion clinic and say, hip hip hooray, I'm getting an abortion. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? They all get it for a reason. There's always a reason behind it. You know what I'm trying to say to you? And then for Eva Queen to do what she done, I think it was the lowest of the lowest of the lowest. And that must have affected hundreds of people today. had to affect so many people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think you should get all these videos together of, like, all these people that stood by you, you know, and showed appreciation to you and showed you how they felt for you, which I thought was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it could. We just definitely discussed it at 12. You know, when everyone's awake and things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I would do. Have you taken any painkillers tonight?
Did you see what Sophie wrote about you? No, I didn't dare know. What, for my back?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's, you know what? Once I'm up, my back's okay.
Oh, that's good.
That's this mattress just laying down.
Yeah.
Now laying here like this as well. It's okay.
Yeah. I take painkillers every bloody night, every day too.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, and I appreciate everyone's support. Honestly, it's been amazing. It's on her story. Let me go and have a look. I don't really have, you know, the thing is with Sophie Bailey, I don't really talk on her. She seems a little bit obsessed with me.
No, you don't. You don't really speak about her.
No, and she seems to have a little bit of an obsession with me. It's, you know, what she kept going on about I had of her once when I was playing some of her videos on FYP, but...
What I can't understand is
because of, you know, money over morals and all that, you know.
EQ dragged up about that poor fella that unalived himself not long ago that Sophie was saying and dragged all that up on Sophie, and then Sophie's all of a sudden friends with her. It's weird.
That's
Yeah,
all
it's money over morals, isn't it?
It's all for money, it is. I was watching a live one night. Sophie was in it. I think Corey was in it. And there was another person. I can't be 100%, but I think it was Levi. And they all turn around and says, should we drop EQ and just do our own thing? That was about 3 weeks ago. I don't know whether anybody else seen it. But that's what they did say. You know what I mean? I can't swear it was Levi, but I know it was Sophie and I know it was Corey that was in it together talking. It says, should we drop EQ out altogether? You know, so it is all about money.
Yeah.
But it's the extremes they go to for money, and you know how far they're going to hurt people for money and mentally, you know, do the brains in. I just think it's ridiculous, you know.
Look at the jealousy. Well done to everyone who's manipulated into feeding this woman's addiction. It's just riddled with jealousy, isn't it, really?
Even DG, I've seen a clip of you with DG. He was insane jealous because you was winning the battles today. Well, yesterday now. And he started on you. He wouldn't have started on you only for you were winning the battles, you know. So it's all about money, and jealousy is all it is.
The thing is, money doesn't bring you happiness all the time, and that's been proven. If it brought you so much happiness, why do so many celebrities end up unaliving themselves? Money generally doesn't bring you everything.
You know, my quote is, your health is your wealth. Do you know if you haven't got your health, you ain't got nothing.
None.
And that's true. That is the honest truth, you know what I mean? Because I got very ill the year before last. And I'm not saying I've got money, but I've got enough, enough. And money wouldn't have helped me. I'm trying to say to you, it was the hospital and physiotherapy and whatever, and it still hasn't helped me. I'm still ill, do you know what I mean? But I do believe your health is your wealth. Money will not, make you healthy. And that is the truth. You know what I mean? Might buy you big houses.
I agree on that.
Yeah, might buy you big houses, the big holidays, the nice fancy cars, but what good of them if you can't breathe, if you can't walk, if you can't,
Exactly.
There's no good to you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But with you, Angie, please listen to me. Do not let that bitch get to your mind. Do not let her get to you. because she's starting to get to me and I want to give her a slap in the mouth. I'll probably get banned now, but I'm just telling the truth.
Definitely never have her back again, Ange, because you were the only one the other month that had her back. All the other creators went against her and said it was true, and you're the only one that stood you in CA and was like, it's not. And now she's acting like, well, she said it. Angie hasn't backed me, none of them backed me. Yes, she did.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm just doing this message. So I was just messaging that. A video on Miss Sophie Bailey just put a comment in. How can she sit there saying about the vile things I've said when she's been racist? She's been racist, and she has committed RP on a couple of people on here both as well. So I don't understand how she can talk about the whole thing. She can just keep going. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, right, it just gives me a stronger case. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, absolutely, Sophie Bailey, you're a wrong. She's just a wrong. Sorry, she just is. She's all the racist things she's come out with. Don't talk about what things I've said. You know what I mean? Absolutely not. Jealousy stinks, and you know what I mean. And that's what it is, riddled with jealousy.
So has Sophie put something up about you tonight, Ange?
Well, she was saying she could never support me because of the vile things I've said. This is a woman that's been racist, you know, in messages. This is a woman that's, impersonate a police officer. This is a woman that sent me a glitter BOMB in the post, and she continues to harass me. So, yeah. EQ will drop her as well, and yeah, absolutely she will.
EQ drops everyone.
You know what, I'm not even going to speak on it because I'm not going to give it a clout, and it just gives me a stronger case, because the truth is what happened, right? Let me show you what happened. This is what happened. So I reported to the police a couple of people for our piece, right? Even though I reported Sophie, I didn't actually have the evidence of Sophie in regards to RP. So they came back and they sent it back, and they said to my police station, who said they were going to further investigate with the evidence I send them, because I send them evidence about somebody else and not her. And so that's basically what happened. And then I turned around and said, well, it's not really about Sophie, to be fair. I said so to leave her out of that one. Do you know what I mean? And that's basically what happened. But when because I told them that they're impersonating a police officer, I told her all of that. And she asked me to send the videos over to the police station. I never did send them. So I thought, no, just leave it. But, you know, the fact that she's going to continue, and she's going to continue harassing. I'm not harassing me. You know what I mean? I don't feel I should put up with it. Do you know what I mean? You know, she has a right to have an opinion, absolutely. But making up false accusations, saying that I phoned so-and-so's business and all that, do you know what I mean? It's crazy after all the things she's done. And I'm just not going to let her get away with it if she keeps wanting to continue, do you know what I mean?
Have you still got the evidence?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the evidence I had against Sophie is that she's actually committed RP on this app, including with myself.
Okay. And is Sophie the lady that was in the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Sophie Bailey? Okay. All right then, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd go for
They
it.
wanted the video evidence of the glitter BOMB and that her impersonating a police officer. I didn't send it because I said, listen, don't worry about it, because it wasn't really about her. I mean, you'd understand if you saw the email. But they did send me an email, told me her location, and said it had been referred to the force in her location. And you know what I mean? And the only reason it was sent back is because I didn't actually provide them with the evidence about her, because it wasn't about really her, it was about somebody else.
Yeah, but if you still got a crime number, you can attach.
Yeah, because my police force said they would investigate it themselves. But I said, well, it's not really about her, and just to leave it, do you know what I mean? Because I never sent the videos on, which they did ask for.
Yeah, but if she keeps on persistent doing what she's doing, and it's annoying you and getting to you, just attach the videos, attach every evidence you got, and just send it.
Yeah.
They do it to you, Angie, straight away.
She's making these accusations against me, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, well,
Just go away. You know what I mean? Stop trying to clout chase off me. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
And
get all
I don't really want this. She's the last person I'd want support from. The last, you know what I mean? Last. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, she's always with that American lady.
You know, she's been racist in those messages. She can't talk about anyone what other people have said. She's been, you know, look at all her racist messages about, and then about George Floyd and all that. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
She's not getting the numbers to be, you know what I mean, and that's the problem for her. She's not getting the numbers.
Well, you know what to do, don't you, Angie?
But but I'm not going to speak on her again because I just think, you know, give somebody enough ROPE, they kind of do it themselves. Not literally, you know what I mean. That saying, how that saying goes, and let her just basically carry on. Do you know what I mean? Because it just gives me a stronger case against her, you know.
I'm on mute and talking away to you. Sorry about that.
It just gives me a stronger case against her, yeah.
Yeah, well, you do what you got to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If anyone's got any videos, just send them on to me, please, because I'm just putting them in my file at the moment. And then I'll just reopen it.
I feel it's Sophie thinks that she's got bigger because she's got Zia, who's a big gifter to her. If she didn't have Zia, she wouldn't get nothing, really, I don't think.
I think she's just going with Zia, knowing that Zia's a liar, but because Zia gifts her.
Exactly, yeah.
To make up lies, you know.
But the minute she don't do what Sia wants her to do, Sia's going to move on. Because that's what Sia's like.
Yeah.
You know? There'll be a big argument and she'll just jump on to
She's desperate for the views. The other day, I think I saw her with 400 views. But like I said, after this, I'm not going to speak on it. She can say whatever she wants because it just gives me a stronger case against her. And it is becoming harassment, you know, making up accusations about me and things. Forget Zia. Zia's in America, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have to protect
No, Zia, she doesn't, Levi. She only does well with Zia's gifts, to be fair. She's the biggest gifter. And she controls her, says what, you know what I mean? Basically controls her through money. But we all knew that because, I mean, if you look at the dentist, what happened there, do you know what I mean? So,
yeah, it's all about money, isn't it? You know what I mean?
But I just don't want to give her the clout that she's desperately wanting, you know, she can just stay with the 400 viewers, really, yeah.
Yeah.
She can't talk about the foul things I've said. She's been racist on a severe level, which I also will save by the way Levi to send to the police. Yeah, tell her to go away and to stop harassing me. Yeah.
Levi's as bad as us.
Levi tells Sophie to stop talking on me. You know what I mean? I haven't spoken on her for months. You know, it's constant Angie this and Angie that. I don't support her. She don't need to support me. I don't want her support. She sat on her live, Levi, saying that I'd called Zia's business.
Trying to keep Team Johnson together had pretty much been reduced to ashes. The kids were mad at each other, and Bo was mad at me.
I'm in America and I love you, Angie. Oh, thank you. Honestly, I just want to say thank you to everyone's support as well. It's been amazing. Oh, here's Tim. Hi, Tim.
Excuse me, I'm from America.
Oh, no, what I meant was about Zia being in America.
Listen, Angie, it's Zia here. Okay, listen. She's the worst. She's still around? Oh, my God.
Bernie. No, Tim was not.
What? What'd you say?
Look what Bernie's put.
He was slagging you off earlier? I'm sorry. Me?
Yeah.
What the hell is he talking about? Absolutely not.
Oh, Levi. No, sorry, Bernie, Levi. Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing is, they're not really spoke on this app anymore, so they need the clout.
Listen, I sent you a WhatsApp message. I know you probably got 6 million of them today.
I don't think I've even got on my messages.
But I just want to say that I'm very, very proud of the way you handled it. It was you, Max and I were talking, and when you came on this morning, I was like, yes, like even though that video, which is absolutely abhorrent, is one of the worst things I've ever seen a human being do to another human being on the internet. And even though it happened to you, it was very nice to see everybody come together,
It was,
including
wasn't it?
Pearl and Elisa and people that, you've had problems with in the past. And you got to see what people are really like deep down. You know what I mean? Even if it was just for the one day, you got to see that people don't support that sort of crap. I think that video is absolutely disgusting. Ugh. And I was so happy when you got to number one. That was like awesome. That was so.
You know what? I didn't want to push it where I do battles to get to number one, and I could have, but didn't want to. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to do it over that video. So.
Well, first of all, it's a lot of work, but you know what? Even if you had done that, better you make the money off of it than her.
Oh yeah. I see what you mean. No, at least
I mean?
get mod. Didn't get modded. No, I haven't modded anybody. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Once again, Angie ignited the app.
Yeah. No, Levi. No one really cares about you and Sophie. You're not spoke about. You're kind of forgotten. You know what I mean? No one cares. Yeah. Go off with your Zia and her money.
Oh, is Zia with them?
Done my finger exercises today. Well, good for you, Cam, too. Listen, let me talk, like I said, Levi, good for you. We can all do that when, Sophie goes live. Do you know what I mean? We can all do that. I've got all my accounts, yes.
Listen, I don't know Levi, but I'm just going to say if he's involved with Zia, we are all very familiar with her. Just be very careful, tread carefully, because once you don't do what she wants her to do, you're done. She stops going into credit card debt.
You just said you've done your finger exercises today. So, what you mean is REPORT. That's what you're talking about. No one's interested in you. No one's interested in Sophie or Zia. You know what I mean? You're kind of left. You're like one of those that've been left on the shelf. Everyone's talking and having fun and doing the FYP, and you're kind of forgotten. I'm going to look.
Is that Levi or is it Sophie? Because he was in on another account just a second ago, wasn't he?
I don't care. It's an app, but obviously you do care, Levi. You do.
Well, Zia lied about where she lived, right? Zia, she lied about didn't she lie about where she lived?
Yeah, she's in debt, heavily in debt, Tim.
Well, she said she lived in the town that I went to boarding school in. And I remember I was like mentioning like restaurants and things like that. And I don't know if I told you this, but I remember I made up a deli. And I said, oh, like Zahn's Deli. And I said, it's the best deli, right on Main Street. And she was like, oh, yeah, it's the best. And meanwhile, it doesn't exist. She lives in Staten Island, I think.
Yeah, she's had quite a few court cases, hasn't she, as well?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Something about her debts.
Oh, I would have thought about what was in her basement.
Yeah. She's, you know what, though? I've also been told that she's had a history of obsessions. Crazy.
Oh, MMC, so do I. Fellow New York's, hey, born and raised. She needs teeth. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That time when I said, oh, I'm dying, it's just a figure of speech, isn't it, when you say you're dying, when you got a hangover.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying. I remember that time, if you die, Ange, I'm going to die with you. I can't do American accent, I'm sorry.
No, she's not donating what she earned to charity.
Went to charity. No, I'm not Levi. No. That's the answer. Would you? I made about 5K, I think.
Did you?
Yeah.
Angie,
Might have made
make sure you put 38% of that on the side for taxes.
Oh yeah. But I think it was about that. I'm not too sure though. Might have been 4.5. I'm not sure.
What did you do to your hand? I mean, what's going on there? Have you seen a doctor?
Yeah, she made money off of trauma. The thing is, Levi, that was down to people to gift me. They gifted me. I just went live to do my FYP, and then what happened, Tim, is Queen Jojo sent me a uni, and that was it. And I was getting all these gifts.
Yeah, I was there. I saw it. And first of all, you didn't make money off of it. Everybody was waiting for you to come on, obviously, because everything. I had a live, and a lot of people were in there. Not a lot, but 200 people. And then someone said, "Oh, Angie's live," and we all left. And we said, "Oh, well." I just said to Max, "I hope this," because I know you spoke to her.
Yeah.
I said, "I hope this goes well." And we went on, and you were being your normal self, and then people were just showing love.
Yeah, it's not manipulation.
Don't be jealous.
Manipulation at its finest. By the way, Levi, I just went live to do the FYP, and next minute I was on the leaderboard, and I thought, "Run the FYP. I don't want to get a banana." That's what happened. I don't
think Levi knows what manipulation means, because it's not you. You didn't create the video.
Yeah, manipulation is EQ. What she done to you is manipulation. You know what I mean? You know, it is the cruelest thing underneath the sun is what she done to you. EQ is the manipulator, not you, Angie. No way. Sorry for putting.
I'm not being funny, Levi. At least I didn't do what to the dentist like Sophie.
I was just going to say that.
Didn't get my mum to answer the door.
I thought you were friends with Levi.
No, he's no.
No, because EQ brought up Levi's girlfriend's ex-boyfriend that's sadly not here no more. By EQ, she ragged it all up and dragged it all over the app, and then a couple of weeks later, Levi and Sophie were friends with EQ, which is very strange after what she dragged up. If someone had done that to my partner, there's no way I'd have been friends with her.
I just think there might be some truth in what EQ said if they're now friends.
Money.
Yeah. Oh, Levi, go back to your racist girlfriend that said about George Floyd and all that. She's a racist.
Levi, you've been in EQ's lives. And you clearly subscribe to her because only subscribers can comment, and you've been commenting, laughing at things that she's not tonight, don't know about that, but other nights laughing and that and bigging it up.
Honestly, I have to say I was shocked, because I really was shocked. I mean, EQ has never been anything but nice to me. And I know you and her have this back and forth, but I was like, where did this come? What? I think everybody was just like, what? It was way over the line.
And for Sophie to say, oh, she wouldn't support someone for all things I've said, she maybe needs to get the finger look at herself. She's all about the money, like she was about with the dentist. Yeah, that poor man, what he went through, and that's because of Sophie Bailey. So see you later, Levi. Sorry, I just have to say that I'm not going to have any more replying to him.
What did he do to the dentist? Am I allowed to ask?
Oh, something about a dentist, what EQ was saying. There must be truth in it if they're now friends.
I seen the podcast.
Look at Levi, your poor baby. This is the true him, isn't it? At least I'd get my mummy to answer the door, Levi.
I love when men make comments like that. It's like they have no idea.
No, can you? Your poor baby, Levi. You're, having a father like you. You're blocked out.
He's a father?
You wouldn't think so, would you, making a comment like that?
Yeah.
I'll meet you at your level.
Look at Levi. At least I have a child.
Levi, go away, you sick pig.
You are.
Could you imagine if you walked in, if you came home every day and your dad his job was making fun of women on the internet all day?
He doesn't even go out, so I don't understand. You might have a kid, Levi, but you don't even go out. You don't even go out with your kid. You know what I mean? So that's a sad life your kid lives. I can go that, Lou.
Take your son to the park, Levi.
Yeah, his parents raise his own kid. And then you got Sophie to talk with that phone call, poisoning her child against the father. Shame. That's sad. Now, Levi, I'm in a really good mood now. I got made £5,000. Yeah, I can't wait to spend it. Continue staying riddled with your jealousy and get your mummy to answer the door when men come to your house. And, and continue having your parents raise your child. You know what I mean? So
What is it? He says he's thriving off of it, but you're not doing it. You're not crying or anything. What is it? I don't get it.
Bye, Levi. Goodbye. Say hi to Sophie for me because she's just making my case stronger. You know, with impersonating as a police officer and things and the racism. I'm going to send those two. See you later, Levi. I blocked him. He slayed my thread today. Sorry about that, Tim. I don't like going low, but it's that you go low, I go lower. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree.
I don't like talking on children, but he did start in the comments.
And men should not be talking about women's bodies and their choices.
Men shouldn't be talking about women and children either, unless it's their own children. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, he might have a kid, but he doesn't look after it. It's raised by his parents, so what's he talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you know what, Angie? I'll tell you the truth. I didn't even know he had a child. I never even knew that till you've mentioned it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew he was going out with that Sophie and that he can't go and see her because he can't go out. But I never knew he had a child.
If my father was a TikTok gossip column, just like a TikTok gossiper, I'd be so embarrassed. Sorry, I would be.
Yeah.
Sorry if that was his job.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
He wouldn't say it to someone's face. He doesn't do it. He gets his mum to answer this door, remember?
Yeah.
Does he live with his mom?
Yeah, he lives with it, and they raise his child.
And he doesn't own half the house like you?
No, he actually gets, and that Rickster, not that I agree with that, but went to his house and he got his mum to answer the door.
Oh, how embarrassing. Yeah, man. With me, I'm old school. I was brought up with, my mum and dad and family, and my dad was out working every single day, mum watching the children, and anybody came around the door, if it was a man especially, my dad would be to that door straight away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's old school. This day and age, it's all, I don't know. I was talking to my niece, and she says it's all changed around. The men are turning to women. The women are more like men.
Yeah.
Who came to his door? Ricksta?
Yeah.
Oh, was Ricksta?
Yeah, it was Rickster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, did you call Ryder? I didn't even know. Oh, did you? For how long? I didn't even notice, to be honest. I thought you jumped out. That was Levi Call Rider. That's what I meant about exercising his fingers.
I'll most likely be the next. I don't mind. I've got me backup account. And I'll be jumping back up in Angie.
Look at Angie. It's 4:30 in the morning. What is it, 4:30 there? 4:30 in the morning. You have 370 people in here.
Oh.
It's crazy how many people just come in.
But a lot of people, they've got notifications. I've got notifications. Angie's got about 20 pages, you know. 20
He can't
pages.
take his son to the park. He can't go out, remember?
And I'm there looking for notifications every minute. They're popping up with Angie on a different page each time.
Oh, I went into JoJo's live. She was live later on in the day. I don't know if you saw it. And I went, because I actually, Angie, I'm going to say that as a New Yorker, and I wrote it in the WhatsApp message, I did get and I don't care who's watching this. I did get a little emotional. First of all, when I watched the video, it made me very sad. And then when I saw you crying because you were getting all the gifts, and then everybody was crying. It was like everybody was so not happy, not happy in a
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I wasn't happy you were getting gifted for that,
Yeah.
but I was happy for the support.
Yeah.
It was just so nice to see, and you usually don't crack unless you had a couple, like the rest of us. And you were stone cold sober, and then you cracked, and I could tell that you didn't like it. You were like, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry.
I know, but I just came on to do the FYP. I had my set up, and here's my FYP, guys. I wasn't really going to talk too much on the EQ video, and that was it. And then I got these gifts. I was like, what the hell?
Well, what you said was absolutely correct, and if anybody in PR would have said the same thing. That video was really about a lot of women. Any woman who has ever had a miscarriage, because that's. I don't want to get into it, but you know what I mean. Anyone who suffered with addictions and things like that, it was a lot of people were very, very triggered by it. So it was nice that, again, unlike a lot of other creators we know, you didn't make it all about yourself. Like you were saying, it was really not only about you. It was really about everybody, about a lot of women.
Yeah.
I just can't believe she did it. And I know people are like, oh, come on, Tim. She's always been like that. But
yeah, when you think someone can't go low, they go, yeah, well, they can.
And then Gracie, too. Like, Gracie being, like, that surprised me, too.
Yeah. I can't believe Gracie supported that, yeah. And Alice, I don't know who Alice is, but they all did.
Alice is not real.
You don't think so? Who do you think
No.
Alice is in?
Alice is EQ, or it's her dad. It's this Alice in Wonderland. Come on. All of a sudden, this Alice woman appears. I don't know what. Come on. Very convenient.
Do you think she'd be, giving all that money to herself because she'd be losing money that way?
Listen, Alice can prove that she's not fake by sending Snowflake send you a universe.
Yeah.
They have all the universe, exactly.
Yeah, or send a stranger a universe, and then we'll know it's not EQ. We'll know it's somebody that send it.
Absolutely.
Right
Send
away.
it to
Yeah, I love
Snowflakes,
universe.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It did show you today how the good outweighs the evil. Do you understand what I'm saying to Angie? It shows how the good outweighs that evil.
Absolutely.
Which I thought was just beautiful, Do you know
And listen, I as somebody who has money, I mean, I have money. I grew up with money. I've always had it. And I've been in some pretty dark places. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. I mean, she doesn't leave her house. She got rid of her dog. She's becoming more insular. The more money she's making, the more closed in she's becoming. It's like she's not enjoying, or she doesn't seem to be enjoying her life. It's just...
Oh, by the way, Observer, I hope you're okay, because there's something about Observer. I can't remember now what happened.
Miss B, money does help. Money, it does. Not having to worry about your cell phone and obviously your mortgage and things like that, of course. But it will not make you happy. I'm telling you right now, it will not. It will make you content, but it will not make you happy. How many rich people do you know? Angie, you live in a very nice part of London. How many rich people, Snowflake, do you know? I know a lot of rich people, and most of them are miserable.
I know an awful lot, I'll tell you the truth, because the only reason I know them because I used to work for them, and they're not very happy people, the truth.
They have it. They have everything.
Yeah. But they
My
don't
my mother devoted her life to charity, and because she could, and she's a very happy person because she gives and gives and gives. So I think that if you give, the more you. That's why I hate getting gifted and stuff like that. I like to gift. I think it's fun and it's nice, and I personally think the Observer should should put all the YouTube things on. Let everybody see. Let everybody see what happened today.
I think it
Do you
should go
not?
further.
Do you agree, Angie, or no? Do you think that?
I think somehow it will go further than
I agree with what, sorry?
YouTube.
Like some people were saying, the Observer shouldn't put EQ's live up, and I said no, they should. Everybody should have to see that. Like they should, not the video.
Oh, what, do you mean her lives or just that video?
No, the live, not the video,
What?
but the live. Just to see. Everybody should see that, so you could see who was in the comments, who was supporting, who wasn't supporting. You know what I mean? Like the Observer's job is really, it's like a newspaper on YouTube. So they should. I don't know why they're getting crap for it.
Oh, is that what they're getting crap for? No, I think it should be up there.
It should be everywhere, on every platform, and to show exactly what EQ is.
If people don't know, if they haven't seen it, do you know what I mean? They don't know what the person is like.
Well, a lot of people now, I think, from today really, really knows what that person is like. And I think even herself has shocked herself so much, she's even gone a step further with this last video that she's done.
Do you mean, are you talking about Luke?
Yeah, she's losing the plot. She's lost the plot completely from what I can see. You know what I mean? Because she's like, do you see the thing on the bottom where she goes, my baby, Lucifer? You know? And then, like, in other words, like Luke is the dad of the baby.
Yeah.
And then that Insty Spider, the meaning of the song.
Yeah, but you know what, Snowflake? You know what, Angie? The thing that really is annoying is that she doesn't need to do this. She has a following. She can be very funny. She can be engaging. She doesn't need to sink this low. I just don't understand why. I mean, she is good at what she does. She's, she didn't need to do it. It was.
She don't like anyone disobeying her. It's because Angie would not run with her. Luke would not run with her. So she don't like anyone that will not run with her. She likes to control every single body.
Yeah, but Angie's always been kind of independent.
Yeah, but,
if you think about it.
Yeah, but Evil Queen thought she could, control her. Do you know when all that started about the young boy? Evil Queen.
I just want to say Kate is right. It did. Angie, don't you think? It came out of absolutely nowhere. I mean, I woke up because I get up early. Yeah. I woke up at 4:30, and it was Top Girl. I don't know if you saw Top Girl. She was really going to defending you, and I was like, what is happening? And then I saw it, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But that's what I think it all comes down to. When it all started about that young boy and, her friends, and you stood by her, Angie, but you didn't go all the way with her, like, it's in other words, like besties, and you do this for me, you do that for me, you do the next thing for me. So she didn't like that. And with Luke, I know for a fact, she can't control Luke either. So this is why she's picking on both of you two now.
Yeah. I think she's going to put out one of Miss Red soon.
We all know how Angie is, and even though, as a fake attorney, even though I am the most boring attorney, by the way. If I was going to be a fake attorney, I would be a freaking entertainment lawyer. I'm a paper pusher. But Angie is, I know this from my work. You're always saying evidence. You want to see the evidence. And I understand that because it's very hard to, condemn somebody. You want the evidence, and that infuriates people because, a lynch mob, if somebody says, oh, this person is a pedlo, and they have no proof, but they just say it, right? So everybody just runs and, the lynch mob, and you're the only one that says, well, can I see the proof? Is there any proof of this? And people are so angry. They want this person so badly to be a pedlo, and they very well may be. But you're the one that stands out all the time. And basically, you should have been a freaking lawyer. It annoys me. You and Billy should have been solicitors. Really, I'm not kidding. I mean, you stick out and say, well, show me the evidence. And then, I'll say they are.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Angie.
Oh, hello, Miss B.
I love
Did
Miss
you
B's
not put me
voice.
in?
Yeah, I did.
I,
I was just saying hello.
how are you?
Good, you?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm a bit tired. I'm just rolling.
Yeah, but you know what, Tim? It'll be not interesting. That's probably not the right word, but I know she's going to do one on Miss Red and Tilly.
Miss Angie, she said something quite disturbing, and a comment just brought it up. That's why I needed to jump in. She said if a video comes out of EQ doing anything with a child, it's AI. That's why she's showing everyone AI videos. But someone said in the comments, if she's saying that, then that means something's going to come out about her. Because I found it really weird that she said that. She said, if anything comes out, if there's any videos of me with a
Is this
child.
EQ that said this?
Yes, EQ said if there's a video with her with a child or anything, it's got to be AI. That's the reason why she's making AI videos to show everyone how real it is. And I thought that was so disturbing. I was like, what do you mean? If something comes out with you and a child, it's going to be AI. Why would something like that come out? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But Angie, I genuinely believe...
Make a video.
That's what
Listen, Miss B, let me just say this. If we're hearing is true about Miss Red, that she's going to have and I'm not surprised, by the way, that the rumor is that Wayne is making the videos. That doesn't surprise me because he's a freaking, anyway.
Is that our Wayne? With the Wayne we know?
I don't know. That's what I keep hearing. That's the only Wayne I know. And if it isn't, I apologize, Wayne. But the rumor is that this AI video about Miss Red is going to be about DV and her being held down, which you cannot put that on TikTok because that's violence. You cannot do that.
The thing is, the problem is, though, it's not just EQ, it's her supporters. Because they got her to number 5 after she put that video out, she's getting praised for it in some way, isn't she? So
by Alice.
So that's why she will do another one. Oh,
Angie.
Yeah, by Alice.
Yeah, you got where you got today, not because of me, not because of Snowflake, not because of Miss B, because of all of us. She got there because of Alice.
I appreciate that so much.
You know, you have a collective. She had one woman giving her, or, her father or whoever the hell Alice really is, getting her to that position.
Angie, I mean, call me silly, but before all of this, Angie, I honestly believed in my hearts of hearts that it was an act and it was just nothing. But when she started talking about you, that's the only time the penny dropped, because I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
you know what hurt the most, though? The fact that she was telling people I was involved and it was an act. I'll never ever want gain money for what happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that, and I think that hurt you quite a lot. I think it was because she was almost kind of saying like, well, I can say what I want about you because I've compensated you, kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's what she said. She said I was compensated.
Yeah.
But that made me feel even worse, and that's why.
Oh, Angie, don't.
No, I know, but
don't.
It's like I would never ever want money over you know what I mean? But
you weren't getting money because of that.
Yeah,
people were supporting you because it was a horrible thing to do, and you didn't deserve it.
Angie, she wants you to feel worse. This is how she tries to manipulate your brain. This is what she...
I know, Angie, you know better than this. You know better. You know better than to feed a narcissist. You don't do that. That's what they want. You know, like it's...
But when you think about it, Tim, you know, everyone's shocked, right, how low she's gone, right? But when you talk about children the way she does, are we really surprised?
Angie...
No. When you sit back and think about it, because she does go from being nice to being, she used to be really bad. Remember her in the beginning, spitting on people and all that stuff? I mean, she used to be really bad. So she goes back and forth. So you do kind of forget it. So when the video came out today, of course, I was like, oh my God. But then I talked to Max, and Max was like, Tim, really think about it. She said the same thing you just said. She's kind of always been. I said, oh yeah. Like when you sit back and reflect, you think, No, I'm not. I'm not. I guess I'm not surprised.
It's like when Gigi was saying, but wait a minute, Andrew, you sang that song, Bye Bye Baby. And I said, yeah, but okay, right, now, which I've apologised for, but words, yes, words hurt, but words aren't as bad as having a graphic video. You're having a graphic video of, well, we all know what she's done in that graphic video. That's the difference,
And the difference is you also apologized and you and Talia worked it out.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't
And the
even
difference
compare.
sorry for butting in. And the difference is you were kind of brainwashed too.
Yeah, I really thought it was a lie.
Yeah.
And you can say, and EQ's now running with, well, I don't believe you either, Angie. That's why I've done the video. But what about all the other women you've affected, though? Okay, you don't have to believe me, fine. But what about the other women you've affected with that video, then? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the difference is, Angie, the intent. You know, when you played that song,
Yeah.
I
really
remember,
didn't believe it at all.
I watched you the whole day, and you.
I mean, I do now, but at the time I didn't know.
Yeah, you were being wound up the whole day. You just had been attacked by Talia. You were absolutely fuming. You were upset. You were being antagonised all day. So you reacted.
I really, hand on my heart, really thought that was an act, and that's why I played it, because I thought there's no baby. That's why I thought. No, I didn't mean it like that either. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes, you wanted evidence. It's the same thing with you all the time. You wanted evidence. But again, Angie,
People
listen.
say that about me.
None of us are angels. None of
People
us.
say that about me, Tim, but where's your evidence, Ange? But the thing is, though, EQ, you affected not just, okay, forget me, take me out of the equation. You've affected other people, other women, with a graphic video. There's a huge difference between words and a video.
But you're not calling anyone out, Angie.
Forgive me, I am a man, so forgive me if I'm out of place for saying this, but there also is a difference between a miss and a woman having to make a choice. There's a difference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't compare them. Not that anyone is, I believe in, me, I believe in a woman's right to choose to the day I'm on the ground. I think a woman has the right over her body 150%. And that video, you know what it was, Angie? I don't want to say it looked like you, but it was like I was watching a really scary independent film. Like it was, and at certain points it did kind of look like you, and then it morphed. Yeah. And the part that got me the most, and I don't want to get emotional.
I don't know what they do, but yeah, exactly. I get
the part that got me the most, and I really don't want to get emotional. I won't. Was the very end with the hospital bed. Oh. Like, I just was like, this is sick. This is, besides obviously real sickos like pedlos and things like that, this is one of the sickest things I have ever seen. I would never, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate Donald Trump this much. I wouldn't do, don't get me started. I'm getting mad now. See?
The ginger child was disgusting as well. That was disgusting. I was like, where did that come from?
And like I said, I'll say it again, guys, you don't have to have sympathy for me or feel bad for me or say or believe what I did, you know what I mean? And listen, I don't know why anyone would lie on that, because it's not something you go around shouting about. But however, you don't have to believe.
That's the difference, Angie. That's what I meant. Women who admit to doing to making that choice is a different thing than a woman admitting she had a miss.
Yeah.
It's much safer to come on and say I had a miss, because people than it is to say that I made a choice, because it's obviously a very divisive issue for a lot of people.
People that say, "Oh, I'm not supporting Angie." You don't have to support me. You don't have to believe me. Absolutely not. You don't have to believe that I did that. Absolutely not. But however, I just think it's because it's affect other women. Other women, and that's what you need to remember. You don't have to support me. You don't have to believe me. But however, that video affects other women too.
But Angie, another thing, I don't know if it's because you're in London, I'm in New York City, Snowflake and Miss B, I'm sorry, I don't know where you guys are from. But have these people not met women before? Like, most of my girlfriends, and I'm just going to say this, I'm going to be honest, most of my girlfriends, family members that are females have done that. They have made that choice. maybe it's because I live in a cosmopolitan area where there are more people, and a lot of my friends have had schmaborsh, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
That's
like,
why I think it touches a lot of women in it because.
yes, exactly. So it's like,
Jelly came in yesterday. I don't know. I think she came in as for support. With support. I think she did. I just want to say thank you to Jelly, and I know I said some stuff, and I do apologise. I do say things out of anger.
yeah, but no, you don't make AI videos like that. That's just. Could you imagine if you had done that? Let's turn the tables. And you had done that, something like that. Could you even imagine?
Yeah.
They'd be at you. There would be pitchforks at your door right now.
This is my thought, though. EQ's not going to stop because she got. I know it's just Alice. I know you're saying it's just Alice, but however, she did get to number 5 on that leaderboard, right? So that's why she's not going to stop because now she feels that I'm going to put out another video because I'm actually getting support for these videos. People are supporting me, even if it is just Alice. It's still money. I don't know. See, I don't think it is her family, Tim, like you said. I think it's, because that person also gifted Wet Boy. I don't think EQ would have gifted Wet Boy.
Oh, well, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
But
So
Angie, listen, you
continue, and I reckon she is going to. I thought to myself, after all this backlash, she won't do Miss Red and Tilly because that's what she was going to do, right? But now, because she got to the leaderboard and she has no remorse, she said she has no remorse. She's definitely going to do one on Miss Red and Tilly, I think.
Yeah, but Angie. Listen, you're not going to show up to somebody's house, right? And I'm not. I'll probably get kicked for this, but she's gonna do it to the wrong person eventually.
Yeah,
she really is. A video like that. Could you imagine if she did that to Sam Walker?
I don't think she will do it about Miss Red though, because she'll absolutely be officially done. She already is done after that video.
Miss I guarantee you, she will put out a video of Miss Red and Tilly. And I say Tilly, that's come out of, I think, her mouth. That's what she's going to do.
But you think she'll actually do it?
Yeah.
Well, she's done that link already.
I thought at first the backlash, no, I thought. But because she has no remorse, she's laughing. She got to number 5 on the leaderboard. She's definitely going to put one out on Miss Red and Tilly, yeah.
Absolutely. She's got nothing to lose, has she? Think of it like that. Everybody's
done one about Luke's. Oh, sorry, I didn't interrupt. She's done one about Luke. That I don't really understand it, to be honest. However, it was mild. I don't think she's finished with the Luke, though.
No, she hasn't. And even though, like, the video that she's already done, for her, she's got no remorse for that. There's nothing. She's got nothing else. She's got nothing to lose. For her, this is a game for her. This isn't anything deep for her.
She's covered herself in regards to the police because I've been told people did report her to the police for malicious communications. And I know whether that's true or not, I don't know. But however, now she's going with, well, it's educational purposes and all this kind of crap. But she will get away with it because of her, what she's going to say,
Andrew, let's be honest. You make a pretty decent living on TikTok, correct?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay, yeah. So let that bitch make as much money as she wants. You worry about your own house, your own bank account. You're going to be fine. If that's the way she needs to make money, then let her do it. Because there's no way she's happy. There's no way.
I can see a police case coming up.
Yeah.
She's doing all this because there is something she knows about herself is coming up. And like I think Miss B says earlier, she's going to pretend it is AI, whereas not AI. She knows something big is coming up, and she's trying now to cover her back and put out all these bad things now, because worse is coming, but the worst that's coming is going to be true. That's
And I want to say this to you, because I know, like, everyone's said it numerous times, but I'm going to say it again. One, when you did what you had to do, there was reasons why you did that, okay? It's for your own personal reasons, for whatever was going on in your life. So that's one thing. Second of all, please do not sit there and be because of the fact that she was trying to implement you into the video, right? Please don't believe that people believe that, because people really don't, Ange. Like, you've got a lot of support and a lot of love, and people don't believe that you're involved. Do you know what I mean? They don't. Everybody supports you, and I don't want you having that feeling in your head constantly that you were involved, because everybody knows you weren't.
Never. I'm just saying, like, for the people that maybe don't like me or don't support me, don't think of me, think of the other women. That's what I'm saying. No,
I don't even think the people that really hate you even think that either, Ange, to be fair. I mean, look,
I don't think they even hate her. I don't even think. Do you really think they hate? I don't think they hate her.
Well, just to anyone that just thinks that, just think of the other women.
I don't think Pearl hates you. I think she doesn't like you right now.
And sent me a key.
Yeah.
Came in and sent me a key.
But this is what I mean, Ange. Look, yesterday alone, okay, the support that came through, the people that have had beef with you or don't even like you were supporting you. Yes. That shows something. Yeah. So that shows you.
Absolutely.
That shows you also not just that they support you, but they don't believe what the other one is saying that you're involved in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really want her to not dwell on that, because nobody believes she's part of it. You know, nobody believes you're part of it, Ange. So I don't want you to keep feeling like that and beating yourself up, because, you know, everybody loves you, and the support you had yesterday just shows exactly the support you've got, you know.
But she's a very intelligent woman, though, because she even said, Angie, well, I just made an AI video of jam on her top, but it's actually true. How could the police prove that she's not put jam on the top? Do you know what I mean? She's very clever. Like, she's worded it saying, like, oh, well, I've just put jam on her T-shirt. We know she's trying to say it's wine, but how can they prove it's wine, not jam? Do you know what I mean?
Someone said, how the hell do you know she's going for red if you haven't spoke to her? Because it's come out of Miss EQ's mouth.
Yeah, she's been talking about it.
She's been talking about it.
I mean, I didn't hear her say it, but everybody else, and I've been in a lot of lives today because I got out of work early, and everybody's saying it, the same thing, that she said that she's going to do some sort of a DV. I don't know Miss Red's past. I don't know about any of that, but something about her being held down or something like that.
I heard that she was making one of someone sitting on someone.
Also, Ange, I just want to make a point. So, Canadian Angie was live before, right? And what EQ had, she hit the nail right on the head, because EQ on her live actually said the video wasn't about somebody else, it was about Angie. So she's saying the video isn't about you, but she actively turned around and said that on her live, and CA was like she had your back, and she was like, oh my God, can you not hear the words coming out of her mouth? She actively just said,
regardless of it being about me, it's a baby. You know, no one's gonna even my people that don't like me agree with it and say, oh, it's about Angie. That's okay, because it's still about a baby in the most.
Oh no, yeah, it's still about a baby, but she's been saying that the video isn't about you, but she contradicted herself because it.
Oh, I see what you mean. All right.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So although it was aimed at you and
awareness.
Yeah, but she tried to make out that that it wasn't. But then Canadian Angie was like,
"She's a teacher."
Did you hear that? Canadian Angie literally ripped the video apart, the video apart that she had, and she was like, now everybody needs to hear that again. So rewind it and play it again, where she says that the video isn't about someone else or something, but the video is about Angie. And it was like, until you hear someone say, listen to that part, you don't hear it. But when you go back on it and you listen to what she's saying, that's when she says the video is about Angie, it's not about someone else. Do you know what I mean?
I unfollowed her. I refused to even listen to her. I didn't listen to her at all.
Do you think we should have a clap back? I think today we should have an AI awareness day. I think we
Yeah, I
need
think at 12 o'clock, when I usually do my FYP, I think we should all get in the boxes and discuss this AI awareness that she keeps calling it.
I think
that's
we
a
need
very
one of
good
her and
idea.
Alice.
Well, we're ahead of you in the United States as far as those laws, like the AI laws. Like you can, mostly because of the actors unions and things like that. So if she did something like that in the United States, she could go to jail,
Can we not deport her over to you?
or she would have to
Yeah, I
have
mean,
you.
if you look at Discord, right, the rules, they say about harassment, is, that's breaking the rules. And that even does say on there, I think it's about harassment or hate speech or something like that. They did say that even includes AI.
It's
Even
coming. I'm telling you.
AI,
I looked it up, Andrew, and you can look it up too. It is going through, I guess, the parliamentary process because of the actors in the UK, because they don't want their you know what I mean, like they don't want their likenesses being stolen and
Yeah.
used. So once they pass this law in Parliament, it will apply to every citizen in the UK, not just actors. So you're not going to be able to make. Could you imagine the kind of things? Look at that. I mean, it didn't look exactly like you because it was like distorted. It was so weird, but like
Yeah.
you could tell it was
Just put
she
my
was doing.
face on it, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, the AI is getting scary, guys. It's getting.
Well, if
And
you look at Luke's one, that is I don't know, is that an actual, that's AI, isn't it?
Hang on, there's a Luke one?
Yeah, the video.
Can we
Yes,
see the Luke one? I haven't seen the Luke
I
one.
haven't either.
Oh yeah, it's confused me, that one.
I haven't seen that.
I've seen the Brett one and your ones, but I haven't seen the Luke one.
God, I haven't even seen the Brett one.
Oh,
Not that I'd really want to see any of them because the first one was bad enough. But
Do you want me to show you? It's not bad as that. It's not
Yes,
for me,
please.
to be honest. I just didn't understand it.
if you want to, Ange, there's no pressure.
It's more mind blowing. It's more intense in mentally doing people's nutting because you've got to try and work it out. What does it mean?
Jesus. I mean, it does. People need to like stand up now and think about things because this is just showing exactly who she is, and it's showing that she hasn't got no Fs. She doesn't give a shit, and that she's got nothing to lose. So she's been worse. Well, I say she's been worse. That this is probably the worst I've ever seen her. Even when I was on TikTok when she was doing an Evil Queen act, and I was only around for like the end part of that, but even then I thought, oh my God, woman, you're insane. And now I look at this and it's like, now you've really lost the plot.
It's shown just a little bit of what she could do. She's going to get worse.
she reviewed it. She probably watched it way more than one time, and said, "Okay, yeah." That's the part that gets me, is that she reviewed it, approved it, said, like, who thinks like that?
Tim, I had trouble watching it the first time.
She gets fun out of it.
Oh, I only watched it.
Evil, horrible, nasty.
I agree with you all, but what's different about this time is the fact that usually before, when she's done her Evil Queen act, it's usually been, if someone comes at her, she'll go back 10 times harder. But in this scenario, Angie hasn't done anything to her. This is all from nothing. Like, she's doing this out of her pure enjoyment right now. This isn't an argument. This isn't a back and forth, which it's usually been. This is a one-sided argument.
This is vile in the worst kind.
Yeah, but that's what makes it so different. Usually it's TikTok arguments, but this is different because Angie's not in an argument with this woman. This woman's doing it from her own accord, if that makes sense.
By the way, this is what I love when Angie's not paying attention. So it's showing that it really isn't affecting her. Go Angie, go Angie. Business as usual.
Angie won't go woof woof is what it was. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to say to you. Yeah? Do you know when she goes bark, woof woof type of thing? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Angie's not a follower. I know that for a fact. Angie's never been a follower. Angie is just a lone wolf for herself.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, Evil Queen don't like that.
Angie, you don't always need to be a lone wolf, though. You've got a lot of support. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I just mean other creators.
She's not a lone wolf. Angie knows that
Yeah,
when
I'm
she
talking about
when
the
she needs to
rest
act
ones.
when she needs to activate the cult, she
Yeah.
can do it.
Because I hear you say, Angie, that...
I meant with all the other creators, she don't need any of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what's really funny as well is that everybody hates the cult.
No, they
So
not.
it's like-
Listen, today proved that not everybody does.
I know, it just makes you laugh because some people, oh my God, I hate the cult, they're vile. And it's like, nah.
Angie, I need to be involved in the
then I'm vile.
because-
Okay, I own it.
No, I'm not
I'm vile.
actually. But I'm only joking. But Angie, I've only been in your boxes a few times, and this is like even worse than a full-time job because the amount of slack I've got in my DMs just for being in your box a few times. I've had loads of people absolutely try and do many things. Many
Wait,
things. Angie.
Miss B. I have to ask, what part of England is your accent from?
So I was originally born in Birmingham.
Okay, because I am obsessed with your voice. You should do ASMR and read like children's stories.
So Miss B, if you think that the comment or whatever you get is not nice, imagine what it's like being a mod.
Yeah.
I mean, I love being a mod, but sometimes us mods do get a lot of crap.
Yeah, people are telling me that things are going to happen to my family and all sorts. So I beg your pardon.
Oh my god.
First of all, how can you be a mod? I'm a mod on one of Angie's accounts. I don't know which one it is. It doesn't. She's got 6 million accounts. It's a full-time job. Like, although there is one person I want to be a mod because there is one person that I would love to kick out, but
Who's
I'll
that?
tell you in a WhatsApp.
Oh, I'd love to know that. Who that is.
You know who it is.
Oh, come on, spill the beans.
Even today, I was saying to the person that you were on the phone with, that we're friends with, that starts with an M. Max. I said, I love Max. We're like really good friends. And I said, if this person comes in, I'm blocking them. I said, I don't care if Angie gets mad at me. And she said, do it.
Max.
No, Max and I are really close.
There is somebody that you don't like that I've got as a mod.
No. I said because I thought the account you were on, I thought I was a mod on it. And I said, because I'm a mod on one or two of your accounts. So I said, if this person comes in, because I was I was so angry. I said, if they come in, I'm blocking them. I don't care if
Right? Does it start with a C?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I know you. Yeah, you probably know Smarts.
yeah, I think we all do.
I don't know who we're talking about.
There's only a few with the
Not
thing.
CA guys.
Charlie.
No.
No, not Charlie. I don't know why Charlie thinks I hate him.
Well, who else begins with C?
Have a think about it, Miss B.
Chippy.
Can someone just tell me?
Chippy.
Oh, Chiffy.
Wow, there are. Look at Cal. Yeah, well, he's harmless.
Oh no, he's very strange. He's very disrespectful. Yes.
I am still here, guys. I'm just going to put my phone down just because my having to hold this phone.
Okay, Angie.
Angie, did you find the video of what you call it?
Angie, and the next time David comes in, can I throw him out?
Oh God, please!
Just once. I won't block him. Just
Oh God, I could have done that myself, couldn't I? I forgot I'm a mod. I could have done that myself.
Just not block him or anything. Just he can come right back up. Just knock him out.
Oh, I had to laugh the other day because there was a mod was muting, and I must admit I did mute him once, but that was just a bit out of fun. And then, and then another mod just kept mooting him, and he kept saying, "Would someone stop mooting me?"
Smiles. I don't know if you were. I think you were around when David and I got into a huge. It was the most angry I've ever gotten on the internet. I was so ashamed of myself. I was like yelling, and it was to him. And he had said previously that. And guys, this is not in my character, and I apologize. But he had said previously that he only had one lung, and he was saying such terrible things about me. And I told him, yeah, he has one lung. So I said, I'm gonna put my arm down your throat, rip out your lung, and beat you to. And with that, I'm going to bed. I love you all before I get banned.
Night, Tim.
Can you have one lung?
Yeah, you can.
Really?
Yeah.
I know you can have one kidney, but I didn't know you could have one lung. I think mine's already going. Angie, genuinely, I think I've got that same as you, Angie, that health anxiety, because I generally think I'm 18, but I think in my head that I'm on my way out.
What, you're 18, Miss B?
Yeah, I told Angie this already.
No, you're not.
Yes, I'm 18.
My God,
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you, but I feel like I'm on my way out already. I feel like I've got popcorn lungs. I think I've got fibromyalgia.
I've got fibromyalgia. I mean, you sound a little bit older than 18.
I get told that all the time.
I thought more 30s.
I get told that all but it's good because, like, I don't know, you get treated better when people think you're old.
And what part of Birmingham did you originally come from?
You what?
What part of Birmingham did you originally come from?
The south.
What's that? Oh no, South. Horsley, Spark Hill?
A bit more further down.
Oh, because I can't remember Birmingham very much. Hall Green, Acox Green.
Maypole Way.
Oh no, the Maypole, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that one.
I was originally Borthleaf, I was.
Oh, really? It's gone downhill, hasn't it?
Yeah, but that was 50 odd years ago when I was down there. Yeah.
Oh, it was probably nice 50 years ago.
Yeah, 50 odd years ago. Yeah. But then I left it, you know.
I think we've all left Birmingham, to be honest.
Yeah.
Angie, have you ever been to Birmingham?
I think actually.
You have?
Oh,
Have you been to Birmingham, Angie?
no.
No.
I might come off for a bit though, guys. I think I need an hour's sleep.
Have a nap, Angie.
Yeah, go for it, Ange.
It was lovely to speak to you. I love you loads,
We'll
Angie.
be back soon though, guys.
And Andrew, don't be worrying, don't be threatened, don't be thinking about anything that silly woman says.
Exactly.
It ain't worth any space in your brain. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good night, beautiful. Goodbye, the cold.
See you in a bit, guys.
Night,
See you later, Ange.
Good night,
Bye, everyone.
God bless.